follow that. Homeless to Harvard, y'all. I'm actually AJ Massey. Josh is actually out of town at the moment, so I'm taking over duties today. So glad to be with you this morning. We are very, very glad to be a part of the school system here in Jackson-Madison County. At Leaders Credit Union, we definitely recognize the contribution that you provide to this community and the businesses that make Jackson their home. We feel as though your contribution to Leaders is particularly special, being that Leaders Credit Union was started in the school system nearly 50 years ago. As a thank you for what you do for the students of Jackson, Leaders has committed $100,000 over 10 years to ensure teachers of Jackson-Madison County have a quality start to their year. Dr. Upton, I'm not going to thank you. I'm not going to ask you to join me on stage, but we do have the check for you here, so it's legit. It'll clear, I promise. All right, this is always a lot of fun for me, and let's have some fun this morning and loosen up a little bit, okay? How about it? All right, I hope you received your free gift when you came in. Inside your pencil box there's a few items that we hope can help you throughout the school year. I do want to let you know that inside there, that USB lanyard, there's a USB drive in there. Yeah, see, you're like, okay. We actually have some quality giveaways there. So that's a 1 gig USB. Hopefully you can keep that out of the students' hands. You can keep up with it all year. Also, as you leave upstairs, if you didn't get one of those, we actually have those at the table for you, as well as our academic planners. Our Leaders Investment Services also have a table set up. They are giving away a Galaxy tablet to someone who signs up upstairs. So if you didn't stop by that table, they'll be there when you leave today. So please stop by, give them your information, and they'll let you know who won that. I also want to thank Pratt Industries, a local business, for custom designing and producing those boxes that you have. I also want to say a huge thank you to one of the board members, Dave Bratcher, and his team at the Star Center. They actually built those boxes, put them together, and stuffed all those boxes themselves. 2,000 for you guys and 7,000 total for the entire West Tennessee school system. So let me give a round of applause to Dave Bratcher. All right. Let's get into it here. I'm going to talk this year about quotes. I love quotes. Quotes are a big part of my life. I always seem to have one handy when needed. In fact, around my house, if something profound or especially funny comes out of my mouth, my wife's first question is usually, okay, what movie is that from? I'm going to share with you a few quotes today that I hope can carry you forward throughout the school year, and no movie quotes, I promise. We'll start off with a man who had an exceptional way with words. Mr. Muhammad Ali says, I don't count all my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting, because they're the ones that count. AJ starts counting at 1. Now, some quotes are poignant and can bring you to a place of thought immediately. Ken Baldwin, a Golden Gate Bridge suicide attempt survivor, says, I instantly realized that everything in my life that I thought was unfixable was totally fixable, except for having just jumped. There are quotes that can bring hope to us in scary times. Mr. Rogers tells of the wisdom of his mother. When I was a boy, I would see scary things in the news. My mother would say to me, look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. You know, Mrs. Rogers was right. Tragedy brings heartache, but it also brings helpers. Other quotes can bring comfort in times of great loss and cause us to appreciate the time that we have. The great philosopher Winnie the Pooh says, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Now, quotes are most certainly motivational at times. We'll circle back to Muhammad Ali, who inspires us to never give up by saying, inside of a ring or out, ain't nothing wrong with going down. I'm so sorry, English teachers. Ain't nothing wrong with going down. It's staying down that's wrong. Then there are quotes that need only be spoken once, and they stick in our heads for days. One example is the great scholar Silento, who asked us to watch me whip, watch me nay-nay, watch me whip, watch me nay-nay.
Really?
And I did go to Jackson Central Marion, so I've got that. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, find an elementary school teacher and I can guarantee you they can get you up to speed. Alright. I told you we'd have fun. Alrighty. Gotta put Becky up there. Other quotes can bring you back to a particular space and time. For me, one quote like that would be 10th grade theater class. For Becky, when someone in class was being particularly lively or maybe causing a bit of a disruption, the wonderful Becky Fly, in her frustration and usually through gritted teeth, would say, "Act like a person." I'm sure that's the best advice some of my classmates ever received. Now, sometimes quotes can reveal how a person feels about someone else. Actually, I overheard a wonderful quote in the lobby this morning that fits in this segment perfectly, and I quickly added it to my presentation. That's actually me. I didn't say this quote, but what? I can't pull off a strong man? There's actually this really good-looking girl in the lobby. Her name was Lauren Massey. She said, "You know, I was just thinking, my husband is perfect in every way. Also, he is so good-looking. I believe I'll have a plate piled high with bacon waiting on him when he gets home, just because I love him." I don't know who her husband is, but he is one lucky guy. Now, some quotes can tell a different story as well. They reveal how a person feels about something else. At Leaders Credit Union, our members are invited to rate us on our website and post comments for everyone to see. One such quote was from DJ_SKS, who said, "This was actually my 4th account with this establishment. Opening the account went smoothly. I'll never return to business with a traditional bank again." Now, maybe DJ opened her 4th account to take advantage of the 2% interest we offer on our Leaders Member Rewards checking. Maybe the account opening went so smoothly due to Leaders' ability to completely open an account or new loan using nothing but a cell phone. Maybe one of DJ's accounts is a mortgage, where she may have taken advantage of our lowest rate guarantee. That's our program that guarantees you the lowest rate in town, or we'll give you $1,000. Another direct quote from a member was from someone who calls themselves Miss Tennessee Drawl. She says, "I've been with Leaders over 10 years, as have my children. When I need something, they will take the time to work with me, explain things, and help me resolve any issues. I've applied for loans that I've gotten and paid back. I've applied for loans and been turned down, but they clearly explain why and helped me form a plan to get to where I need to be." Miss Tennessee Drawl certainly has experienced our excellent customer and member service. You see, if you're a member of Leaders Credit Union, you're an owner of Leaders Credit Union, and we like to make our owners happy. Because we're a nonprofit, we're concerned about making your life better, not about making money. Another quote from a member was said with a scream, and I'm really thrilled that Mona was happy when she yelled this. "Today I found the coin machine in the lobby at Olwell and used it. It's free to LCU members, love it. Save me some money, thank you." Just one more way we serve our members, and by the way, we have a coin counter at North Highland Branch as well, and it's also free for our members. Now this next one made me smile. It was one of our newest members. Her name is Dimples. She took to the website to offer a quote about our culture. She said, "I became a member a little over a month ago, and I'm very glad I did. From the time I walked through the front door to opening up my account, I felt a part of this family already. I was welcomed with a smile with customer service and also when going through the drive-thru. Every time I check my account online, I never have a problem. And I've also emailed Scotty several times and got back a quick reply. So I say you guys are the greatest, trustworthy, and may God continue to bless this business, that it continues to grow like never before. Very pleased and thanks." What an encouraging word. Dimples may be so happy because she took advantage of Leaders' 5% CD special for new members. She's obviously experienced our online and mobile capabilities. She may have discovered that she could locate any one of our over 5,000 branches and over 85,000 ATMs from the Leaders Credit Union mobile app. No matter what, I know Dimples has experienced the Leaders difference firsthand. The reality is Leaders Credit Union was started by educators and still knows how to work for those who labor so hard at serving students. We would love your business and look forward to working with you and your families. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't offer a little leaving inspiration that may carry you throughout your year. To quote one of the greatest educators of all time, Confucius, he says, "If your plan is for 1 year, plant rice. If your plan is for 10 years, plant trees. If your plan is for 100 years, educate children." Thank you for taking the long view and helping children grow. The great poet William Butler Yeats encourages teachers with the quote, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." So go light some fires in the hearts and minds of your students this year. And maybe my favorite quote about education was spoken by a great teacher and man of God, Dr. King says, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." Intelligence plus character. That's math that even a banker can understand. Teachers of Jackson, Tennessee, you can truly do great things this year. After all, it's amazing what you can accomplish when you do not care who gets the credit. You will experience struggles and failure, but take heart and keep your head up in failure and your head down in success. You can change lives this year, I promise. Set high goals for yourself and your students. Expect greatness. Think like a teacher. Get creative in preparing your students for success. Sometimes creativity can lead to oddity, but after all, Dr. Seuss tells us, you have to be odd to be number one. I sincerely hope you have a great year. Thank you for what you do every day. Good luck, and if you need any help along the way, Leaders Credit Union will offer you the best products and service in town, and you can quote me on that. Thank you for your time, and have a great school year.